on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Kevin Jeckwitz. This is the Kaged Review, and this is my review for Bad Boys for Life. Really unexpected is the first thing that comes to mind when I'm talking about this movie. In a lot of ways, it was really refreshing to see Michael Bay gone from this series because this didn't have all the over-the-top explosions, action that comes with a Michael Bay movie, and it had actually a little bit more heart to it. And that was the key for me. I feel like this is the best in the series by far, honestly, because they actually did hit some emotional notes in this movie. And you had everything that I said it was going to be when I checked out the trailers. A lot of action, a lot of comedy, all that was there. Martin Lawrence was hilarious in this movie. But this really had a couple of moments that took my breath away. Just because of shock and because you had emotional payoffs that I just didn't see coming. So, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence are back at it as Marcus and Mike. Couple of cops that are absolutely hilarious together. The chemistry is absolutely amazing between these two. And Joe Pantoliano returns as the captain, kind of like the father figure for these two. He's always been the guy who's been like over the top angry. It adds a lot of humor to the series himself. I feel like Pantoliano sometimes has some of the best comedy bits in the series. So that being said, right off the bat, there was a moment that I'm not going to talk about until spoilers. That just took my breath away, and I was like, "This isn't real. There's no way. It's got to be a dream sequence." No, it was real. It was definitely real, and it got me. I'm not gonna lie, it really got me. I was like, "There's no way," but there was a way. And so you start with this very emotional moment, and then you're like, "Where could you possibly go from here?" And sure enough, they have another really emotional moment about 3/4 of the way through the movie. And you're like, damn, they did it again. And another really emotional payoff. And I was like, this is really quite surprising. Because you expected it to be dumb, funny, like a bunch of wow moments. But what you got was actually kind of a legit story here. You got something that was coherent, kind of made sense, and you had real stakes involved. And I was like, dude, that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. So, I was very excited to see that. Very, very excited to see that. Marcus, dude. Martin Lawrence, like, he's just great at comedy, dude. Let's be honest. There was one scene in particular where this bad guy gets hurt, and he's got a wound that Marcus just won't leave alone. And that's all I'm gonna say about it. But it is absolutely hilarious, dude. Just had me rolling for a little bit. And honestly, like, the theater wasn't exactly packed because I went for like the first morning show. But the people who were in there were laughing, like belly laughing a lot during this. So that was cool. That was very cool to see. It's always nice when you get a theater where you get people to genuinely enjoy what they're looking at. So that was cool. The main antagonist, you've always got one in this movie. He's got legitimate reasons for what he's doing. And even though nothing is what it really appears to be, like, you kind of understand like why he has such a big vendetta. And so he is coming after Marcus and Mike full tilt. And he is aggressive, he's savage, and he has a very cool plot twist toward the end. And these are the things that I think really separates this movie from the other two. To do this movie and to give it justice, you had to have something new, something fresh, and they really added that. You have a new team that is helping out Marcus and Mike. They're called Ammo. I forget exactly what it stands for, but it's this group of like 4 or 5 policemen and women who use a lot of high tech gadgets and kind of like the next generation. And so they have to wind up teaming up with Marcus and Mike to figure this whole thing out. And that was very cool too. Seeing some of the interactions between like the old school and the new school guys was pretty fun too. So overall, man, this movie was a lot of fun. Had a lot of heart. Beautifully shot. Had some amazingly funny moments. Some amazingly emotionally connecting moments. So overall, I'm going to give this a very high score. Much higher than I thought I was going to give it. It's not a perfect movie by any stretch of the imagination, but for what they did, I felt like it was just incredibly well done. So I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Like, I really had a good time with this movie. I think for the type of movie that it was, it really surprised me. And just was a great time all the way around. So ladies and gentlemen, 8 out of 10. There it is. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm coming back with a spoiler review right now, so don't forget to check that out. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. My name is Kevin Jackwoods, Kaged Nation, out.